on the story, we can now go live to Jerusalem and our correspondent there, Gallagher Fenwick. Gallagher, thanks for joining us. Now, this is the first day of a series of hearings. What have been the key moments so far?
Well, some of the key moments were basically the Prime Minister addressing this panel, mentioning right from the beginning of his preliminary statement that his mere presence in front of this commission attests to the seriousness of the procedure, and as he explained basically to the fact as well that Israel is a democracy capable of self-criticism and transparently. So those were his opening remarks. He then went straight into the heart of the debate, basically explaining that he is in front of that commission to answer one major question, which is whether the blockade on the Gaza Strip is legal under international standards and whether enforcing it is also legal from that point of view. So he went on to explain that Gaza is a territory controlled by Hamas, an Islamist organization which has openly declared war on Israel and shot many rockets on that neighboring territory. Basically, according to Netanyahu's legal advisors, therefore the blockade is perfectly legal and so is enforcing it. He did conclude by saying that Israel does have one major obligation, and that is preventing that blockade from creating the emergence, if you will, provoking the emergence of a humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Now, according to the Prime Minister's services, his people working on the ground, there is no humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Not only that, but Israel did ease the blockade following that deadly raid on the flotilla. The Prime Minister did conclude, however, by saying that Israel has failed in preventing the false idea or the fiction, those were the Prime Minister's words, that there is indeed a humanitarian crisis in Gaza from being disseminated around the world and being used by Israel's enemies. That was basically the only failure which the Israeli Prime Minister conceded to this Monday morning in front of that panel.
Gallagher, thanks very much indeed for being with us. Gallagher Fenwick there.